going to take me just a moment to get ready. I had to go for an extrusion. I'm suiting up and tying my hair back.
We're talking about the thumb. T is for terrible, H is for hell, U is for ugly, and G is for jail, cause the thumb king fell.
Alright. I think I'm here. I think I'm ready. I'm booting up the songs I've been monitoring. Testing, testing, mic testing. 1, 2, 3, mic testing. Can't see the chat. It's trying, it's trying, it's trying. Everything looks green over there on the broadcasting software. How do I get to my history? There it is. Nut job in progress. Skippy-dee. What's all this? What's all this going on here? Welcome, Tobias. Welcome, Comstar Knight. Welcome, Miles. Welcome, another Nate. Howdy, everybody. Hope you're all doing fabulously today. Miles likes to perform extrusions with a high Z offset so he can watch it spaghetti into the bowl. For those who know, you know. Alright, let's hit this transition in button. How's that? How's that looking? Let's well, first let me get my headset on.
You can work out. I do. Give me 10. Okay.
I guess I'm gonna go hit push-ups.
Bye, everyone. She can go on forever.
Goodbye, everyone. Hold on. One, two, three. Lovely way to to start the day. I wouldn't have it any other way. This mic muted? No, okay. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Here we go.
Power off.
It's a very warm day in my apartment today. That first set has already caused me to break a little sweat. It's really warm today in my unit. It was super cold last night, so I slept with the window closed and forgot to open it up till like 6 minutes ago. First set, thank you very much, Mr. Nathan. Well, howdy y'all, and welcome back to another paint stream here on Country Fried Meanies. I'm your host, Cameron, the country boy in the big city, presenting once more from the Bullshit Corner 2.0. And today we're going to work on this little busty lass. We're going to try and get this this model finished up and get a video working soon. So we are going to take a break from painting on her during our next paint stream, I think. Because today is our 99th paint stream here on the channel, and it looks like YouTube just closed itself again. Why is this fucking phone doing this? It just closes the app on its own. Come on, you piece of garbage. I need to see my chat. I can't communicate with y'all if I can't see what you're saying. Alright, switch it back off top messages. Oh, it's just a bunch of games anyways. Cream pies are violation of terms of service. 177 requests. It's like 1 degree last night, so we opened all the windows because of how hot it was. Dude, I'm sweating. It's so fucking hot in my apartment. It's like 80 degrees in my apartment today. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. But see, it gets hot here in my apartment because all the buildings in San Francisco are constructed for holding heat in because it's historically cold here, and now global warming has made San Francisco feel like the rest of the Bay Area, which is sticky, icky, hot sand dunes instead of nice, chill Arctic jet stream winds. It should be like 50 outside, and instead it's probably fairly reasonable outside, but I bet it's dead still because my unit just like, it holds heat. It holds heat really, really well. And there is no air conditioning. And I'll tell you what, I'm not about to buy a freestanding air conditioner and pay for the electric bill for that, because my electric bill has been going up. That's great. That's great. Anyhow, let's put on some gloves and get some slimy hands going on. Get a new sheet for our wet palette. We're going to dig back in on our underpainted lady today. I think the agenda is going to be to maybe start with the orange. I'm not really sure yet, but we want to think about the orange because her top and her hair are kind of the same orange color. So we're gonna look into maybe starting those with
butter my biscuits.
What's the color called? I have some kind of orange contrast paint up here. That is, it's like Griff Charger.
And a double helping of gravy.
Like Griff Hound. Nope, that's the red. I've got Griff Hound orange. And I've got a speed paint that's orange that could also work.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not really sure what we're going to go with. I think the Griff Hound orange is probably closer to the color we want here. Woo! Let's see how she says this thing.
Tobias Fonstellian donated a $17.99 super chat. Jeg vent ikke hva jeg skal skrive, men jeg tror jeg legger meg på veien.
Jeg find ikke hva jeg skal skrive, men jeg tror jeg legger meg på Sophine? I have no idea. I really have no frame of reference for trying to do the Norwegian. But thank you. Thank you for the generous donation, mister. Reminder to everyone, these little bits that y'all have tossed in the tip jar really make all this possible. I know I'm always up here begging for change, but it really does keep the lights on here. So thank you so much, everybody who has reached deep and kicked down a little stuff towards this project. It's well appreciated. Okay, so what I want to do now is hit this little piece of paper with our contrast colors and see which one of these is going to work a little better. Grandpa's hammer. You? Redeem Grandpa's hammer. Okay, hold on.
Nathan donated a $2 super chat. Redeem Grandpa's hammer.
What do I have that we could kill? What do I have that we could kill? I don't have anything painted handy. I do have a little Xanthos. How about this boy? We can test the tensile strength of this is the new resin I've been using. It's the Anycubic Pro 2.0 ABS-like. And we'll see if it can take a hit from Grandpa's hammer. No, it cannot take a hit from Grandpa's hammer. It cannot at all take a hit from Grandpa's hammer. It sheared off at all 4 fucking legs. Alright. Grandpa's hammer has been redeemed. Alright, we'll do something with this. But let me also demonstrate though. Alright. This little connection point for this resin, I'm gonna try to snap it with my hand. And I don't exactly have manly hands, but I physically can't break these parts. Commercial hit, missed the whole thing. Oh man. Oh jeez. Yeah, I'm trying to peel this leg off and just cannot. There we go. Let's get some twist action. That had like a 30-degree deflection before actually snapping. So that does go to show y'all that if you pick up prints from me over on eBay, you're gonna get this nice new resin. It's really tough. My experience with it is it's a little tougher than Soriatec. Obviously it's still resin, so it's going to shear off, but the Soriatec is a little more flexible, whereas this is like a little stiffer and appears to have a little bit more tensile strength. You can't break those cuffs. That's right, I cannot break those cuffs. I got some ABS-like resin, still need to try it out. Mech drop test next. I need to print out some mechs to do that specifically. That's a really good idea, Mr. Tobias. We'll do it from like, do a 6-foot and then like a 10-foot and see how it works. We'll do a side-by-side comparison. You know, that could be useful information actually, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. So I meant to say hello, Random Convos with Cassie. Welcome to the stream. Always good to see you stopping by and saying howdy. Hope you're doing well. Digging in for some more work today. What is that? What
Tobias
is that?
Fonstellian gave Wallman a Steak Biscuits membership.
What?
Tobias Fonstellian gave David Vargas a Steak Biscuits membership. Tobias Fonstellian gave Baker's Roth a Steak Biscuits membership.
Holy moly.
Tobias Fonstellian gave Space Gamer a Steak Biscuits membership. Tobias Fonstellion gave Rob Carpenter a Steak Biscuits membership.
Holy moly. Thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Looks like you're being blessed today. Yeah, no shit. That's insanely generous, Mr. Tobias. Thank you so much. Whoa, that's crazy. I think you may have actually just tipped over the payout threshold for February with that. So thank you. Fucking hats off to Mr. Tobias and Mr. Nathan. Y'all have conspired to get me a payout for February, and I really appreciate it. YouTube doesn't actually issue a payout until you cross the I think it's $100 worth of tips, and the ad revenue is basically abysmal. I think I make like 20-30 cents off of each of the videos that come out. Super proud of you, man. Told you to keep at it. Universe has blessed you tremendously today. Yeah, it's true. Tobias is just laundering money from the Canal Bike scheme. Wait, is this true, Tobias? If you're here, are you conspiring with the Netherese Canal Bike wrangling ring? I was told that wasn't. Oh yes, he is. Okay, confirmed. Good thing it's not a crime. It's just ethically immoral. All right, so we're gonna put out a little bit of each of these colors. Immediately, I think the Griffhound orange is what we're after, from what I can see here. I left my paper towels over there. Can one of y'all give me some push-ups so I can min-max my stand-up? I'm gonna sit right here until one of y'all does. All right, so this is our fire giant orange. It's a decent orange. You're gonna make me pay for it? Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, I'm gonna give you 10 more. I'm gonna get my paper towels. I'll be right back.
Bye, everyone. She can go on forever.
I'm gonna give you 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's so warm in here. All right. Trying to stop the ennui mafia. I see. Thank you for the push-ups, Mr. Nathan. See if we can get it to 100 today. I'd like that. Okay, so this is our Fire Giant Orange, and then this will be our Griff Charger, and we can see kind of immediately our colors here. I think this is like, this is a little desaturated for what we're going for. I think this is closer to it, but we might want to err on the side of caution and thin it. Maybe not. I think if we're using this as like a nice translucent base color, it might be what we're after. Plus, I think this is going to stain it a little better without having the reactivation issues the Fire Giant Orange will have. 6,000? There's no way I could do 6,000. No, I think I'd literally die. I did forget my coffee across the room, so as soon as that push-ups comes off cooldown, I would appreciate another set. What is it? It's on like 5 minutes or something? Okay, so now we're gonna dig in. Yeah, and we're gonna film this because we're filming the work on this girl. We're gonna toss out our old sheet. 600,000. I wonder how many push-ups y'all have had me do, like, collectively, at this point. Is it approaching 6,000? One of the YouTubers I watched did a charity stream where he just did push-ups, and he did 1,001 stream. He was absolutely destroyed by the end of it, but raised a bunch of money for charity. It was really cool. Chatters can spend biscuit coins at the CFM loyalty store. Make sure to check out that link if you're unaware of what the redeems are. Okay, so we're gonna get out the phone. Yep. We're gonna put it. You do want to woot woot. It is that woot woot. Hello, welcome, Go For It Painting. Good to see you again. Hope you're doing well, and that the hobby is finding you well. Today we're going to be digging back in on our squirrel girl. We're going to be working on the orange of her clothes and her hair. And I actually need to distract myself once more. I need to pull up the reference one more time. Let's close all this. I need to figure out where all the orange bits are. So it looks like she has like is this like a sports bra on underneath the top? So this little band underneath her top is like a different color. It's a little more tannish. I think we'll go back in and hit that with a Baylor Brown. Is that color used anywhere else?
Would you do a workout?
There we go. That's what I was waiting on. Thank you very much. Mr. Nathan does care about my physical well-being. And I'm going to blast out another 10 push-ups so I can get my coffee. Thank you. And more coming right up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The number one and the best
Perfect.
is the Antichrist. But not God! Not God! Because the Antichrist, it's me!
Coffee in hand. Let's dig in. Okay. What the heck were we doing? We were looking at... That dude's collar is out of sight. Who? Pat Sajak? Okay. Let's pull back up our reference. So we got our squirrel girl. Looks like the orange, we're hitting the hair, we're hitting the top, we're hitting the shoulder pads, or not the shoulder pads, the elbow pads, the buckle straps, the belt. Does the belt have detail on it? It does not. So we'll hit that. I don't think we got to worry about the little diamonds here. We might hit those. Yeah. And that's it, right? Top, hair, buckles, belt detailing, and these things. And I think what we'll do later is we'll unify this like tank top, sports bra, whatever she's got going on here. We'll unify that, color this, and the belt outer details all in one color. All right, let's dig in. The Anticristo. Oh, the Anticristo. Yes. Yes, yes. The number one and the best is the Antichrist. What the hell am I trying to do? I'm a little scatterbrained, y'all. Wednesday was a bit of a depressive stream. Today I'm feeling very manic, but we're going to harvest that energy and try to get some real productive progress in.
And a double.
Get as much done on this lady as we can in like 3 to 5 hours. And it'll be fun. So buckle up, lock in, get out your own brushes if you got time, dig into some hobby stuff, turn on the background noise, and let's watch
Well, butter my biscuit.
as this busty squirrel girl gets some color on her. Hi, welcome, Slink. Hey, as well. All right, so we're gonna put out a fair amount of this stuff here. I don't need too much, but we are doing probably about that much. Since it's just straight color, we'll be able to put out more if we need it. I think what we're gonna use is maybe a one brush. This one is in really shit shape, so we're gonna go with, I think, this Vallejo detail brush. The tip is a little hooked, but that's fine. It's also really stiff, so I didn't clean it well enough last time. Big shock. So we're gonna get a little bit of acetone and bring this synthetic brush back to life. Don't use acetone on your natural hair brushes. But if you're like me and paint with synthetics, it's perfectly fine. Okay. So, once we get those bristles kind of unlocked and working, I'm going to remove the acetone from our brush and we're going to dig in, start spreading this. Learn to use the hook you must. No. Don't you be encouraging the hook brush. I almost knocked the model over yet again. What is all this? Contrast paint. All right, here we go. Is my camera glitching today? Yep, it sure the fuck is. All right, we're just gonna paint a little bit. You guys are gonna have to deal with the flicking. I'm gonna record this segment and then I'll crawl on the floor and fucking fix it. Every time this computer gets turned off and turned back on, it's like the USB hub stops working properly. And we start to get that horrible flickering. But anyhow, we're going to take our contrast paint and trust in the contrast paint to do its thing. And it's going to tint all this underpainting and all those airbrushed on shadows that we developed. I'm going to try to avoid getting too many tide marks of it as well. Unfortunately, contrast paint dries really fast, like the leading edge does. So if you don't work really quickly, you can encounter problems. I'm going to try to avoid that here. And our squirrel lady here is quite busty, so her chest is an ample area for tide marks and pooling to occur. And basically what we're going to try to do is keep that like front of color moving so it stays fairly wet. but I can already see that, like, we're almost done with her left breast, but by the time we start putting paint on that color front going to the right, we're gonna have a little bit of a tide mark there, which is fine. We'll minimize it later with the like highlights and such. But that's something to keep in mind when you're working with contrast colors, is just being cognizant of that effect and trying to pick where you end up with your tide marks. I don't know if any of y'all out there use contrast paint like this. Let me know. Let me know in the comments down below or in the chat if you're here live, if you find that contrast works well to like establish base tones. If you mix it in with your higher effort paint jobs, I want to know. My lighting is really bad today. I kind of really need a light up here shining down. We might get one eventually. Okay, I'm happy with that. That is good enough, and we're gonna crawl around and unplug and plug this camera back in. Now that I have a little footage. Title titty, yeah. I say you should add an overlay of random flickering noise to disguise the camera issues. Yeah, but then you have a whole bunch of noise on the camera. You can say it's an artistic choice. Yeah, but sometimes it's really bad. Sometimes it flickers like every second and a half. It's really frustrating that this camera does it. Really, really frustrating. My computer hates me. And as soon at the earliest moment I can buy a new camera or buy a new computer for this owner, I will fucking destroy this camera or this computer with great gusto. I will beat it with Grandpa's hammer.
Okay.
All right.
Bye,
Push up.
everyone. She can go on forever.
So fucking hot, dude. It's so fucking hot. It's so fucking hot. The moisture in my gloves, it's like a swamp. The sweat in my earmuffs here. It's awful hot in my apartment. Haven't done a lot of layering over it though. Maybe some random skips where it replays the last half. That's too much work. Too much work to figure out how to do that and implement it on this computer that it's already flickering again. Damn it. Really annoying. Really, really annoying. Hey, when you spend so much on your equipment, you expect it to work. I need to try and get some of this hand sweat under control. Nobody likes muff sweat. Yeah, it's really not fun. I'm try to get these swamp gloves under control. I'm telling y'all, it's I know I complain about it being hot a lot, but like my apartment has been like it's going from like it's so cold that I'm under 2 blankets at night to it's 80 degrees in here 12 hours later. Especially the early 2K Russian muff, yes. Speed paint's a nice base coat. All my white mix are base coat and speed paint, holy white, then various levels of dry brushing white. Yeah, I do like the white speed paint for Max. 69, man, I would very much like it to be about that. Look, y'all, I'm a fat man, right? So I'm real sensitive to the heat. It's been unreasonably warm in my apartment, and it's getting worse year after year. I think if I wasn't fat, it would probably be like a reasonable temperature in here. But it's like, you know, it's like wearing a heavy blanket at all times, you know. And I don't have AC. I think if I had AC, it'd be running right now. Trying to get this place down under 70. Or maybe at 70. I'd be okay with it being 70 in here. Alright, so our lass has orange hair that is the same color as her top. I have to wonder if it's a conscious choice that she would make, or if it's a it is simply a consideration on the artists. Who goes there? What is this?
Grim donated a $5 super chat. Sweaty man hours up in this stream. Heck ye chipmunk cat face sweat droplets.
Chipmunk cat face sweat droplets. Thank you for the generous donation, Mr. Grimm. We're going to be working on a fun project for Mr. Grimm soon here on the stream. Nice little Space Marine. We'll be digging into that right after probably right after the Assassin. I gotta paint an Assassin by the end of the month, so we'll be working on that one first. Not sure exactly when we're gonna do it. It might be a Monday, this coming Monday. It might be Wednesday, but either way, the Assassin paint up will mark the 100th paint stream here on the channel. If y'all can believe it. That's not the 100th stream, of course. There's been many editing streams. And of course, the few Sunday gunplas we've done do not count towards that painting stream. Just straight up the 100th paint stream. Alright, so now we're going to thread the needle here. Get some really tight fittings to get this brush in there without creating a problem. I can barely see what I'm doing. I don't think anyone will see back there, but I do want the orange at least on there for the camera shots. I really did like the Occultist Cloak Gray Calm Star. It's a very nice dark gray. With a dark wash, it can even look blackish. I used it on the Lone Wolf tests I did. Nice. Yes, I recall this color in your posted pictures that you posted over on the Country Fried Minis Discord. If you're not already a member, head on over there and get in on the community. It is free. I don't lock my Discord behind a Patreon paywall. So come on over, share your stuff. If you like all hobby stuff. We even have a guy who's been sharing some like CNC work. It's been really cool to see. We recently had someone share some pictures of Napoleonic models. It's really cool to see. So if you are a hobby nerd and you want a space to talk to other hobby nerds and share your work for both criticism and praise alike. Come on by. Plus, there's a non-zero chance we'll put it on the big screen and talk about it during streams. Usually better during editing streams, though, of course. It's me. I didn't do enough talking in the voice chat before I started the stream today. Now my throat is full of phlegm. Slink says, spike the like, yes. When are you painting the blackjack? That's a really good question.
You know what I'm saying?
Bias.
Neighbors are saying way too loud.
Probably mid next month. You know me, I tend to work at the last
That's like
minute.
an alarm clock.
And if you guys are unaware, we've been scheming behind the scenes to reattempt. Well, I'll tell you about that in a minute. I'm gonna finish painting this hair though before you get those push-ups.
She can go on forever.
You'll have to wait. You have to wait for the exercise before we talk about the silly stuff. It's not actually silly. Because a bug can't spell. I would drop right now and do them, but because I'm working with contrast paint, I want to avoid these tide marks as much as possible. And then we'll tell you about the thing. And I'm going to keep inside, even though I probably had plenty of time to talk about. But you'll get that when the push-ups are done. Salute the sun. Salute the sun. Salute the sun. Oh, nice. There's an ad playing. You guys like them ads? Because I don't. I don't like them at all. I like them one little bit. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boy. So fucking hot in here. Oh, how about another ad? Fuck off, ads. Hostile bullshit. It also made chat go away, so I gotta relaunch the stream. Man, YouTube's platform, their app really sucks. Top hours. I think it's really funny that 5 of you have more hours than me in my own streams. I think that speaks to just paint stream time where I'm actively participating in the chat here. Like that gray. Eventually have new banks painted up. Eventually, yeah. I wouldn't recommend it. I need to fix the Streamlabs stuff. I think those like lull and feels good man and shit, I think that's trying to call Twitch emojis. Because everything on streaming platforms assumes you're going to be on Twitch, which is a garbage platform. Shit, I'd probably get, if I was on Twitch, I'd probably get banned for painting this model. Alright, so. Excuse me. Let's try to do a pass underneath her hair without hitting the fur lining too much. Although I think we're going to repaint that ivory anyways, so I'm not too worried about it. I just want anywhere that the eyes could potentially land that would have color showing should be orange here, or that have the man, if you can see in there and see it, it should probably have the base color on it. So we're gonna really jam our paintbrush up in there, try to get that going. I think that's good enough. That looks like a pretty solid base coat. I missed a little tiny spot right there. Wait, that's not a tiny spot, that's a fleck of dust. This model ended up with so much dust on it. Both dust and like little gobs of paint from the airbrushing, which really sucks. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is switch to a smaller brush so we can fill in the details. Just have to show real titties to paint fake titties. Yeah, exactly. That Gaz Mini's video, that latest one he did, was really telling. The whole you know, basically naked women dancing in front of the camera and taking donations to put on smaller bikinis is okay and fine and family friendly, but sculpting a pinup model is ban-worthy. Not only would Twitch ban you, but they'd send a hitman to your house to curl all your brushes. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's, you just, if you're a painter, you just gotta stay in your lane and paint Games Workshop models. You know? Space Marines. And all men. No women. All men. And the only women in the game are, like, completely removed of all their sex characteristics. Right? So, like, big armor, very nun-like aesthetic. It has to be pure and chaste. Chaste? And of course, you can never point out that there's so much homoeroticism there. Never. No. That wouldn't be... It wouldn't be okay to suggest that Space Marines maybe engage in Spartan activities, if you know what I mean. For those of you who know, you know. I kind of like this timeline. And I think that homoeroticism is really important for storytelling. Look, you ever watching any wrestling, man? Come on now. That shit is awesome. And those muscly meat mountains that are manhandling each other and moving all that mass by manipulating masculine forms. Oh, so good. Plus the kayfabe, you know. It's not all about the homoeroticism, but just saying, wrestling wouldn't be the same if it weren't for the undercurrent of the homoeroticism. Big shout out to sexy men. Meat mountains. Alright, so we're just about done with this color, and I think what we'll do is, as we mix in the next tone, we'll kind of stick with this palette. We'll tint it down with our Griff Charger Gray. Is that what it's called? Hound orange. Any of all of these orange areas, they go much, much brighter than this, but this contrast paint by its nature is going to work with our underpainting a little bit. It's gonna like hold on to some of that initial shading just a bit. But we do want to tie our colors back to it. I really like this color for my Clan Wolverine guys. Alright, what was left? We want the shoulder pads, or I keep calling them shoulder pads, the elbow pads. Shoulders, elbows, same thing. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, right? It has a donut. Man, I could go for a donut. I've made a conscious effort to stop buying donuts. Trying to eat more at home, less junk. It sucks, you know. But sometimes you make really good food. Them nachos the other day, oh man. Any recommendations in chat as to what I should cook tonight?
Would you do a workout?
I do.
Give me 10.
Push-ups is the actual answer. That's what I should cook tonight. Thank you, Grizzly. 10 more coming right up.
Everyone. She can go on forever.
Back down we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Ouch. Holy moly, ouch. Just stepped on the aftermath of Grandpa's hammer. You effing stud. Not there yet, no, but my arms are noticeably stronger. Thanks to y'all, chat. Do a little chili relleno stuff with tofu? Would that work? They do sell the, oh, what's that brand? They sell both the Follow Your Heart, sliced vegan cheeses, and I think it's Miyoko's is the name of it. There's a brand of like a soft vegan cheese. It's like a goat cheese. I bet that'd go really good in chili relleno. Although cooking chili rellenos is going to require deep frying because I don't have an oven. Nope, Mr. Another Nate, I think I gotta save those for when I finally buy an air fryer. Now accepting second stringer ideas for what's for dinner tonight. If any of y'all don't know, we have the kitchen section over on the Country Fried Discord where we share pictures of our meals. Food is one of the greatest joys in life. Hope you're out there filling your life with flavor. Color on your minis, flavor on your plate. Alright, so I think we're done, but we need to do these buckles, our jacket buckles. Just get those with a nice all over coating of the orange. We just want to make sure to cover all of the previously painted color. We kind of want to avoid as much spillover as we can. but it's not super important. Usually I'd recommend painting the lower areas first, but like, because the orange is on either side of this detail, we're gonna go with the orange first. And that's largely because her top is the deepest detail here. Goulash, elbow macaroni, tomato sauce, fill it with whatever. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I need to hit my mom up for that recipe. They used to call it Dutch stew when I was a kid, and I hated it when I was young. It just, it was so awful. Now as an adult, I really dig it. And I was staying with my folks through a lot of COVID, and my mom really figured out how to do a lot of the favorites, the cooking from my childhood in vegan formats. And it was always really awesome. She figured out how to replicate her lasagna with the tofu, like kind of imitates ricotta cheese. I know real lasagna doesn't have ricotta in it, but Americanized lasagna does. And it's interesting, tofu really hits the same note as ricotta because it's still like really, it's flavorless. It's a vessel for texture and like absorbing the flavor of the stuff around it. So it works really, really well. And then the, I think it was the Gardein brand faux beef crumbles. They're really good. Some good onion and garlic in it. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Burlap, buy a bag of wheat berries and just eat the sack? No. That's inedible vegetable matter. There's no nutrition in it. You do a nice hearty poop and it would probably scrub your colon for polyps. Avocado, just eat an avocado with salt and chili powder, maybe on a tortilla. I'm not a millionaire, Mr. Another Nate. I can't afford avocados, unfortunately. It's not true at all. I live in California. Avocados are so fucking cheap here. So fucking cheap. Seriously keeps recommending tacos. I could go for tacos. Okay, so next on the agenda here, I want to reference the reference material. Come on, brain, do words. We are 1 hour in, and we've done one layer of base coating. Okay, so with the lighting we have here, looks like our our orange is going to go up through a few tones, and it is going to end in our Fire Dragon Bright for the highlights. It's not quite Fire Dragon Bright. Let's see what we have. For one, I need to seal this lid a little better. Uh-oh. My Apothecary White is in a bad state. I'm gonna save this while I see it and it's on my mind. I'm gonna spill this everywhere trying to dig out this crusted on paint. I just looked up and saw my Apothecary White pot had a lifted back, which means it's sitting up there and drying out because GW paint pots suck butts. Oh, geez. Yeah, so much extrusion today. This is the 4th time. Hell yeah, dude. Many good extrusions to you. If you don't know, I'm not going to explain it. That was a rabbit hole that you may have missed by virtue of not being in the chats. So why aren't you there? Come on by, hang out in voice chat. Where's my Fire Dragon Bright? This is not good. I don't see it. Is this it? No, that's Tau Light Ochre. I don't see my Fire Dragon Bright. This is bad. Let's actually try something here. Alright, bear with me, y'all. Actually, no. Never mind. I was going to adjust the camera so you guys could see up here, but the cable is not long enough. I don't know what happened to my Fire Dragon Bright. No fucking clue. Alright, so what we're going to do then is we're going to pivot, and I'm going to start grabbing all the oranges I can find, and we'll see what we can do to make it happen. See what we can do. See what we can do. I think that's it. And we got some yellows that we can mix in. Bam, bam. See what we can do. We're probably gonna have to swatch it out. And while I'm thinking about it, I think I'll put a, if I put an extension cable on this other camera here, we could put it up there so you guys can see what it is when I go up there. I always want to join the voice chat, but tend to get that fish out of water and see vibes to actually join. Oh, we're doing... Oftentimes, Mr. Grimm, we just chill. A lot of times people will just hang out and stream whatever like video game they're working on, or like if they're at their hobby desk. It's a welcoming space. Get in there and chat. It does get a little rowdy sometimes with a whole bunch of folks in there, but like we do have multiple rooms. It's a big focus of what this channel has become and what I'm trying to achieve. It's creating a social space for introverts and shut-ins and people without a hobby space in their hometown. You'll find it 10 minutes after the stream. Yeah, exactly. Probably on the side. I have a suspicion it's like over there on the computer desk or something. I sometimes will like mindlessly pick things up and walk around with them while chatting. Okay. In any case, let's try to pivot and see what we can do with our colors here. I think what I'll do is just, let's get a piece of paper and start swatching. See what we can do for our color tone. It really sucks because that Fire Dragon Bright would be absolutely perfect for it. It's kind of like a yellowy.
Yeah, you do workout.
I do.
Give me 10.
Okay.
All right. 10 more coming right up, mister.
Bye, everyone. She can go on forever.
I don't see it though. I may have thrown it out by mistake, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh boy. I don't see it. I do not seize it. I know seize it. There is a non-zero chance it got knocked down off the shelf here into my trash can at some point. It was not on the computer desk. Neat, I sold another base. Hell yeah, Mr. Slink. I think you got mad at it for drying out and chucked it. It's, yeah, probably. No. I'm leaning more and more towards it got knocked into the trash can. I have been doing some cleaning up around here. Anyhow, I had the push-ups. I did not. Boom. That's 70 today so far. Y'all are fucking handing it to me. Heck yeah. Ate it as a midnight snack. How is GW paint? How is GW paints? This one was thinned with alcohol. I can't use that one. Let's do this one. I just want enough to get the flavor. Just enough to get the flavor. There's not much of flavor. I can tell there's something there. And it's doing like a weird interaction with my saliva. It kind of just turned into like a bitter taste. My paints have been in storage for 2 months now. I wonder if my GW Soulstone Blue is just pigment powder by now? Yeah, probably. Sunny skin tone. Sunny skin tone could work. Sunny skin tone. You know, Mr. Grizzly, that's how I know you're an infinity painter. Even if I didn't like have the background of chilling with you in chat, knowing about Sunny skin tone, in my mind at least, I associate this with infinity because it's used in the Nomad set. It's actually where mine came from, was the Nomad Vallejo set. You didn't have too much left when you had to reconstitute for Dragon Lady. Even the last time you reached for it, the lid was canted. Yep. I bet it may have dried out and I actually threw it away. Yu Ching uses Sunny skin tone. Yeah. I do have the Vallejo clear orange. The problem with the clear orange is it's clear. So it's going to be rough for coverage, but it might work. It's not the right tone though. So check out this color family. This is definitely into the, like, I guess this isn't going to render correct colors. This is like into a desaturated blondish, tannish, yellowish kind of highlight area. I think we've got our shadow color really nice though. So now we need to work into this mid-tone. All right, we're gonna have to do swatches though, because I wanted to use the Fire Dragon Bright. Looks like Orange Fire. Oh, Orange Fire sucks though. We can try it. We can try it. But Orange Fire, I think, has worse coverage than Clear Orange. But let's give it a go. Okay, so I'm thinking, now that I see these three colors out, I'm thinking our process is, let's put out a whole bunch of this contrast color real quick. It's on paper, so it's going to dry out really fast, unfortunately, but we want to see it. All right, let's put a little bit more of this stuff out here so we can use it for mixing. Let's go through the process of working out some colors here. Clear orange is 100% opaque. I don't buy that. It's a yellow orange. It is a yellow orange, yeah. So I think we can indeed get our yellow through the Sunny skin tone. So let's put out, oh, why is this so watery? Is it supposed to be orange? I mean, it's supposed to be watery like that? Yeah, this shit just, I think this is supposed to be transparent by nature of it being, well, orange and so watery. Howdy folks, welcome Frank M. Howdy, hope you're doing well today. We are going through the process of trying to recreate a color that is missing. And I think, yeah, I think these colors together might be it. All right, so we've got our base tone into the clear orange. Let's give it a go. All right, so we're gonna take our clear orange with a little bit of the Griffhound orange, and we're gonna work this on. All right, that's a nice blend. It's really, really transparent. I think you'd have to layer the hell out of it to get it fully thickened. All right, and then we'll go into proper clear orange. Okay, I can get down on it. Jolly cooperation. Okay, so we're going from the dark tone into our clear orange, and then I think we want to do like a 50-50. What is this called? Orange fire into the clear orange. Yeah, all right. That's about the right family there. Let's pull this out, and now we'll go into straight orange fire. I think it's kind of selling it. All right, and then we'll work it into sunny skin tone with orange fire. This is, I'm not 100% sold on the skin tone. Skin tone's probably going to work really well for the hair, though. This orange fire is a very weak pigment compared to the sunny skin tone. Working with this color sucks. It's a nice color, but it has really, really bad coverage. All right, so we'll work that in. Okay. All right, I'm there. So we'll pull in our sunny skin tone now. Just a little bit of it. Now the thing is, her top is part of the focal point of this model. This model is very bust forward. So like we want to put extra layers into the highlighting on her chest, on her face, on her hair. I think that kind of does it. I think that's our gradient. I'm kind of happy with it. You guys aren't getting like a perfect color match from this, but I think we can work with that. Are you doing orange for her hair? Paints with poor coverage or perfect for glazing? Yes, it is good for glazing, though. Yeah, I think it'll end up being kind of glazy. Though at the very end, we're gonna have to be really, really careful with our sunny skin tone, because it is a really strong pigment. I think this is gonna be like the middle stone. I can't remember if this is one we discovered actually glazes, but I think this is a pretty decent color match. Let's put it side by side, our reference material. Thank you, Nightbot. I need to see the camera. I think that's just about right. It's close enough. I think it'll sell the idea. It looks way closer up on the hair, though the hair does move a little bit more into brown territory. I think for purposes of simplifying the palette, we'll just stick with these tones. Okay. Oh, I missed a whole bunch of chat here. Let's see. Layout paint seems to be very inconsistent in coverage, and some are amazing, others are straight ass. Looks like a nice paint. I've not purchased any of the GW contrast. Yeah, there's some like, it sucks they're in pots, but there's certain colors I just cannot live without in my collection. Plus, if you like the speed paints in contrast, they kind of serve different roles. Like the contrast is more, it's thicker, it tends to stick where you put it, whereas the speed paint is like a stronger pigment but thinner. It'll wick down into spaces if you're not careful. Could you cut Evil Suns down to the color you need? I don't have Evil Suns. I was going to try to show you all my paint collection, but what I need to put an extension on the webcam here, and then what I'll do is I'll set this webcam pointed up here so y'all can see when I like actually dip into the paints up there. Let's see. Okay, caught up. This color swatch. Yeah, sometimes it's necessary to work out a process if you've never done the color. So process is going to be 50-50 Griffhound orange into, what was this color? Clear orange. And then that 50-50 into orange fire, and then we'll half it again. So what is that? That's 2, 4, 6 layers that we're going to be adding now. I think that's about right for facial detail, for the focal point details. It seems right to me. We'll use this nice 3, oh, this is a 20-0. I'm okay with 20-0. We'll use 20-0. All right. So we're gonna go back to filming. Back to filming. This will probably be like a really short cut in the video, maybe like 45 seconds to a minute spent on applying this color. So I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna be cognizant of the shots. And we're gonna start out by showing all the colors to the camera in order. So we'll do Griffhound orange, and then we'll do clear orange, and we'll do orange fire, and we'll do sunny skin tone. All right. Now that we've shown those to the camera, we're gonna get a shot of pulling OniLab in and then jamming all 3 of these into OniLab at the same time. That was a bad cut. Let's try that again. So we're gonna pull out OniLab. We're gonna take our 3 paints and try to get them in the shape to stick them in there. I can't quite hold them correctly. All right, I think that's the angle for the shot, and then we'll, yeah, there we go. Perfect. I mean, this is all performative shit for the camera, you know? Okay, there we go. We're gonna put out a little bit of our Griffhound orange now. Got a little bit of this. Boom. Our wet palette is nice and juicy today. We want enough that we can mix it. And then I think we're gonna show dotting each of the colors to the camera. And this will be like, this will actually be like quick cuts for the video. And then I also want to put a little puddle of water for each one that we can pull water out of as we're mixing them. All right, so first color. I guess we'll keep that here for the camera. We're gonna take a little bit of our orange here, and a little bit of our Griffhound. I'm gonna mix those together, get a nice dark orange that ties us back to the original color. And we're gonna pull in all that water. I should have put the dot closer to my little puddle of water, but that's fine. All right. Now, as we paint, we'll work in more of that color. All right, so we're gonna get the camera in position. We're gonna use our 20-0 liner, and we'll do a little bit of work here and start glazing this on. And it is going to be glaze consistency. Need to be really, really cognizant about where our darkest shadows are going to go. And how we build this color up. And we'll just take some short shots for each color, and then I'll put the camera away and we can just work in earnest. I think that's good enough. Let's dig back in and go to work. Let's go to work, y'all. Let's dig in. All right, we're gonna start pretty heavily laying on this glaze. See a spot that got missed. We're gonna fill that in real quick. There we go. All right, and now begins the arduous and painstaking process of glazing colors onto our model. I'm gonna try to work fast, but this model is a labor of love. To get a really nicely painted pinup for the channel and do a little promotion for Gaz Minis. Not only because I support his work, but also because I have a commercial license to sell these prints. And this lady will be going up on the eBay store. The 3D print. I'm not sure if I'm going to sell this actual model or not. I might. It'll at least be a third mini to photo for a pinup model service on Fiverr. If any of you want your own custom painted miniature, check out my offers over at fiverr.com/thurstonstudio, link in the description down below. Very reasonable pricing, shipping included. And it'll get worked on the stream right here. And possibly even turned into a video. You can even drop a deposit in your order to ensure that your model becomes a video. So consider supporting the channel. A Timberwolf.
No, man. That's clan tag. That's just cheating. I don't want to lose my friends, man.
I see some spots we missed. I'm gonna fill those in real quick. We're gonna hunker in for some glazing action. All right. As always, it's real slow going. I'm just gonna mix nice feathered glazing with heavy-handed application until we have this color nicely built up. We have some opacity where we want it. Honestly, I should be filming this bit here. But whatever. Just gonna keep working it. Alright, so I think as far as like our darkest shadow color, we want to reserve that for the deepest cuts in the fabric folds and all the underboob shading, which I think we kind of want to keep a little bit of it pronounced. So let's think about our lighting here. I think the line is right about here with this fold in the cloth. And I think we can honestly, like, we'll glaze a little bit of this down, but like we want some dark shadow on the underside of her chest to really emphasize how busty she is. Some really bold contrast in there. And then we'll put the reflected light on this bit right here. I think an important aspect of painting sexed up pinup models is to not shy away from that element. If you're going to work on a piece of art that is made for the male gaze, I think you need to lean into it. And the beauty of it is when you're painting a pinup model, the sculptor has already decided how lecherous you're going to go with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing the full NSFW one here, but she is sculpted in a playful pose with a large rack that is presented very forward. So we're going to emphasize that, and we're going to own it. It's a lot like when you're going to caricaturize someone, like you're going to emphasize that detail. So for her, it's going to be her chest, it's going to be the facial features. I think we're going to give the ears some love, although I kind of feel like they're a secondary characteristic. Honestly, for her, it's the squirrel-like facial features, it's her chest, and it's this forward knee for me. Those are going to get the most attention. It's just where your eyes want to go when you're viewing the model. So, those are some considerations to make, and it's you just got to embrace it and go for it, and give the details that you want your viewer to appreciate the time of day, like the proper attention. I'm not going to sit in here and tell you that this is not an objectified model. I'm not going to even try to do that. That's silly. This is very objectified. And if you're making art that is objectified, do it right. I always like these discussions in my art history courses. They're really fun. There's definitely a trend in art over the years, over pretty much all of canonized art history, that it's largely created by male painters. So there is a huge drive to objectify female models made for the male gaze. Not making any commentary on like how that affects the art world, just saying that it's a thing, And if you're like me and you're painting up your cringy titty models, you should embrace it and own what you're doing and give it the best try hard go you can. I think as a mini painter, I really want my viewers of my art to appreciate the model as much as I do when choosing it. And I think in having that attitude, it'll lead to like more care and more thought in your process. It's well worth considering. In short, all this waffling, pick up a pinup model and give it a go if you haven't tried already. And if you don't have access to a 3D printer or a local shop that sell you pinup models, check out my eBay store. I'll make a point to upload a few of them, maybe over the weekend. I'll give good prices, good quality prints, all that stuff. Also, Popcat, yes. I heard those Popcats, and I'm going to continue and add to the Popcat. Popcat. All my attention is keeping the stream hand going. Oh, but stream hand's above the table. As we lean further into pinups, like, this is all the more important. Okay, so we're on layer 3 of adding this color. So I should be filming this, honestly. In fact, I am going to stop and I'm going to film this. It's really important. This clear orange is turning out to be a good color. You know, it's funny how well orange and like pore covering colors work when you just embrace that you're glazing it. Also, I hate when chat is right. Thank you, chat. Alright, so same deal. We just want to show the same area that we're working on, and that it's like the color is shifting towards where we want it. That reflected light down here. All right, that's past 2 filmed. A minute is sufficient because we're only going to use like 10 seconds of that at most. Probably not even. You know, I think the video surrounding this might actually be a good time to basically address the points I was just talking about on the video. What do y'all think? Talking about actually doing the thing I said I'd do in Titania. I talk about why pinup art is important and that it has a voice and that it should be embraced rather than shied away from. Yeah, all I'm saying is you can unsex media as much as you want, but humans are still going to be horny as fuck. And I think to deny expressing that in your art is to deny it a part of your humanity. Feed is art. CFM probably. Yeah, exactly. Thou cannot calm thine booba. Yeah, dude. Do you not see how busty this lady is? It's absurd. It is definitely not necessary to develop her character. How important is that to sell Squirrel Girl? She's also impossibly thick in the hips and legs department. But you know, this first layer of glazing's already looking really good. We got a nice shadow on her underboob. This deep crease right here is really pronounced. We're gonna glaze in more layers because this needs to be a brighter color, but man, yes indeed. I need to pull the camera back out though. Hold on. Boom, we'll come out to about there. She is defo busted. Yes indeed. She comes equipped with extra plot. Yeah. I don't know. I like it. I like the model. It's nice, but I would also have liked to see her in a more like athletic build, like slight and like small chested. I think it would have complemented the squirrely. I don't know. I think squirrel. I'm not necessarily thinking a busty lady. I'm thinking like a petite girly girl, but like a runner. You know what I'm saying? Like big bushy tail. More emphasis on the ears and the tail, less on the chest. Not that I'm complaining. This is a great sculpt. Every now and then these pinup models just they call out to me to paint up. I don't really care about Squirrel Girl. You know, the lore, the fact that she's in that new Marvel's game that people seem to like. I don't care. I care this is a well sculpted pinup. And it's going to be fun to paint, and I really want to give it some love and post it for Mr. Gaz and try to get his attention. I definitely think it would be an injustice not to run some ad segment in the video for Gaz minis. Dude, if anyone complains about how thick pinups are, then they're complaining about the most realistic part. Usually I hear stuff like, there's no room for her organs in the outfit. Oh yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, not to tie it to any type of like modern discourse on the masculine hegemony, but like this is more in a philosophical sense, talking about human tendencies and like art trends for the last like several hundred years. It's really common in art that human sexuality is like human sexuality from the male perspective is like the undercurrent, and I think I think that as artists, we have a duty to be aware of that and to maybe address it in some small way, but we also have a duty to embrace our truth. And in doing so, if you enjoy your pinup models made for the male gaze, fucking paint them and give them some love. If you want your models painted up in Fuda art, fucking do it, own it, and don't shy away from it. That's all I mean. And now that I've said that, I would really love to do a, if any of y'all know of a good, really high quality sculpt or STL file of an ugly girl done up as a pinup, I'd love to do something like that. We also need some Twinkie looking dude pinups too at some point. You're right. You're right. I like sexy pinup girls. That's me. This is for me, It's for y'all, but it's for me. But you're right. I should address that and show that I'm capable of going the other way around. Gaz does think. He does indeed. Gaz is good though. And if I get off my lazy butt and populate the web store, the eBay store, I do have the commercial license for his prints, and I can make those available to people. It's just it's more work than you'd realize if you're not familiar with eBay, to actually populate the store and prepare things. And I am lazy AF, so it's I'll get to it eventually. It will be up there. I just gotta break through the wall of laziness and dig into some boring work. Okay, so this is kind of awful, honestly, here, and I think what we're gonna do to address what's happening is I think I'm gonna start glazing the hair in larger chunks. I should probably film that, to be honest. I should have filmed that section right there. All right, we'll pivot, and I want to film this. So I started by hitting these individual strands, and I'm realizing now that I don't need to hit individual strands yet. I need to glaze the larger areas. Like this whole, what do you call that, a pleat? This whole section of hair should be glazed in this color without any concern for the individual strands. And then when we go into the next layer, then we'll build that on. I'm trying to figure out how and what needs to be done to sell stuff on eBay. You sign up for your seller account. I think you give them, at least in the US, I'm pretty sure you just got to give them your social security number. I think that's all they wanted. You need an address and you need a PayPal account, which if you have a email, you can link it to your PayPal. You need a PayPal for a payout method, and then the SS number is for tax purposes, because if you do a big sale on eBay, they automatically do the tax withholding for you, which is really nice. Because who the fuck knows what the tax rate is on like sales for self-employment shit, you know? It's not too hard. There's a few hoops you got to jump through, but once you get that set up and you have your seller account set up, then you can really simply list an item, and you put some pictures up, you put a title, they had room for I think it's 3 tags, and then you can list your product as like what it is and what product family it is. I have so many models I want to sell. Yeah, and eBay might be a good way to do it. Especially, I know you were talking about the doing it on consignment was really bad. That you got a really bad return for it. So eBay might be the way. All right, so this shot here is gonna favor the camera, unfortunately, y'all. So you're just gonna have to deal with that for a second. I want to catch that I want to communicate to the camera how the glazing works for hair, and how we're doing a really messy segment right here. And I'm also telling the camera, so I can listen back to the audio, that that's what this section here is about. We're showing that if you're going to do the glazing method on the hair, you don't want to worry about the individual strands yet. I'm going to show it again right here, that we're just painting this whole area. Boom. There's like clear definitions of hair separation, but we're just going to glaze that whole section there. And if any of y'all have ever sculpted hair, like green stuff, you'd know it's the same way. You lay out big areas and then you go back in and you refine later. All right, so it's a minute 23 of footage. We'll set this aside, and I can get dug back in and painting up under the camera. Okay, so I think it's funny I put out so much paint. We're not going to need it yet. All right, so here's another section right here. This strand of hair lays over top of that one, but I really don't care. We're just going to glaze right over it. We're going to be really careful to not put too much of this color in. Like, we don't want it to pool in the deep crevices. Right there. We're going to pull it out of there. But like this whole front section, all of her bangs and whatnot, that is all going orange. Just blast right over top of it, with a heavy emphasis towards the bottom. The closer it is to the face, the more light we want it to have. Even though we have a top-down lighting, we still want kind of here on the front to be the brightest highlight. And that is because we're not painting for realism. We're painting to sell an idea. We want to inform our viewers' gaze wordlessly. Right? When you're making art, you don't want to have to tell people where to look with your words. It should be automatic and subconscious. I did miss a little spot up here that we're going to correct right here. Oop, there's another spot there. Oh, I missed all around that ear. Let's get in there and cover that up. Right next to the squirrel too. Let's get in there. Give it a little love. Alright, same treatment over here. Just gonna blast over all this. Basically, we're gonna push that dark shadow up around the ears. Maybe a few of these deepest crevices are fine, but I don't even think so. I think they all get this like mid-tone-ish, this lower mid-tone. And actually, I think this would be our shadow 1 layer. Like our base color that we put down would be our shadow 2. This would be our shadow 1. And then when we get into the next layer of glazing, I think that's going to be our base tone, and then we've got highlights 1 through 3, and then the bright highlight layer, the specular highlight. So many models I want to sell. Yeah, and it's my experience with that has been like I can get 3 postings done reasonably in like a work session, not like a whole work day, but like I have these streaks that I'll do. Like I can only get so much done before my mind really wanders. So usually about 3 postings in a day. It's enough for me. I need to get some up there though. Still waiting on the pre-supports for the Wolverine, I think, for the Locust Labs. And then I really want to get some of Mr. Mako's work up there as well. All right, so we're just continuing around this last really riveting content, right? Just like layering layer after layer after layer of glazed on orange. It's the first of like what, 7 colors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors. 6 colors, 7 total with the Griffhound. We got to do the same on all the orange before this color completely dries out. I should have put some fluid retarder out actually. It's fine. This is good though. It is noteworthy that we already have a nice tonal change with this first layer of glazing. And that's great. Trying to avoid pooling it here. And it does look like I missed some down next to her face. Let's see if we can get in there without ruining the paint job on the face. Alright, so this is a case in point where I would never trust speed paint for this. Speed paint's too flowy, and it would run up on that face by capillary action. So I find it really hard to kind of express where the difference matters between speed paint and contrast. I think that is a really good example. I needed to put some contrast color down in a very tightly controlled fashion. And I think speed paint would be really bad for that. By their nature, they're more flowy and are going to work well to get that speed paint effect. But owing to that same nature, it'll be a little less controllable. Okay. Another pass here. Another pass there. One more pass over here, I think. That lock in particular is not orange enough. We'll build it up with the next pass though. It'll look really good. Another pass here. Another pass here. just leaving lines of definition between the major areas of orange. Being real selective. Okay. I hope I have enough paint left here to do the last little bits. I think I do. Bam. I do love a glaze. Alright. I think that's good on the hair, honestly. There's only so much we can do, and I'm running out of paint here. So let's try to get some color on the belt. And actually I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to pick that right up. Because we have a detail that Mr. Gaz did not sculpt on this model. Viscous? The opposite of viscous. Are you talking about the contrast paint versus speed paint thing? There is a viscosity difference there. How do I get my... Here we go. So our belt has a stripy pattern, like a... What do you call that? Like a braided leather thing going on. And it looks like it's a nice double layer that we want to try to capture. Let me draw it, actually. Let me draw it so I have a reference here. I'm not actually going to be filming it, but I think our process is going to be as follows. We have this one first. These are going to take precedence. Yeah, these are going to take precedence. Boom, like that. And then these will be second. So we'll make those a little lighter. Or a little darker for the drawing. Right, there's number 2. And then we have, is it just a third braid there, right? 3 stripes? Yeah. And then we have the darker braid coming up like this. So it's 1, 2, 3. That is complicated, but we're going to make it happen. I'm going to make it happen real quick. Let me zoom in on it. Let's see if I can't show it to the camera as we work. What the hell is the problem here? Bam. There we go. I'm guessing it's the belt above the boobs. The belt above the boobs? No, the belt itself. Belt above the boobs. Oh, I didn't print the one with the belt above the boobs. I just did the other one. Also, welcome, Mr. Gaz Minis. I'm really wanting to give this model some love and make it worthy and put some serious effort into it. Gonna make it a whole video about it. Also, if y'all don't know, Mr. Gaz Minis posts here on YouTube, has some really fun content, really good streams. Make sure to go over and give his channel some love. Yeah. So I think we're gonna go for this cross hatching on the belt with the time back. So my camera sucks for actually picking up this detail, but I think the way to do this is to sketch it initially. just going to get this nice pattern in there. And then as we layer future additions, we can brighten them up as they are closer to the camera, or closer to the viewer, I should say. So we'll start with the first one. And I think we'll try to keep a very small amount of that shadow color present in this. This is less glazing, more like applying it full strength here. Bringing it back. Oh yeah. I do love painting patterns and getting a little bit of illusory painting in. Okay. So part 2 is we come in with this one. Honestly, I don't know if we can fit the triple braid in there. Back. I don't think I can. I don't think that's in my skill set. So I think what we'll do then, since we have to build up the multi-layers anyways to get that triple effect, is we're going to come in and just do here. So if our pattern is crossed like this one over this one over this one, we're just going to come in and we're going to paint the bottom layer. We're just going to do this first. And then when we go in and paint the next layer, we'll paint the second one and paint it over top some of them. And then we pull in the third layer, we'll do the brightest one on top. That's how we're going to have to achieve this. Poke it in the buttocks? No. No, no, no. That's silly. Ooh, big gamble, big gamble. Brink. Alright, yeah. So I thought we were going to do the triple layer now. I am mistaken. Instead, what we're going to do is paint the bottom layer. And that makes more sense. And here we just want to get a little orange in there. Just get that orange in there. Same on this one. No, we could maybe get 2 stripes in there. Stripe and a stripe. Yeah, excellent. I mean, who's gonna see this detail, right? Who's actually looking that hard? Maybe y'all will. It'll be on the, not only will you know it's there, but it will be like on close-up when I film the grand reveal.
What?
What?
Timberwolf? No, man. That's clan tech. That's just cheating.
It's just
I don't
cheating,
want
he
to lose my
says.
friends, man.
Do you think clan tech is actually cheating? I think it can be.
We're talking about the thugs. T is for terrible. H is for hell. U is for ugly. And G is for jail. Cause a thug can't spell.
Because a thug can't spell. Can't spell. You gotta put that twang on it, you know? Alright. I think that's good. We got our like little stripes going on. We'll probably... I think what we'll do is we'll probably build this up into our... Oh man, I hit that water. We'll build this up into our brighter orange, and that'll be like the last highlight color on it. This one right here. So it'll be like first layer, second layer, third layer. If that makes any sense. Gamble all. The man lost all his biscuit coins. They're all gone. What are you gonna do? Okay. All right. I just realized I lost my glaze consistency when I mixed up that next bit of water. I can't really tell what's going on with the detail. It looks like a C here. Oh no, that's my layer line. It's like a double strap hole thing that's going on. I don't know how deep we need to make that, honestly. I think it's a deeper, I think the crevice is a deeper detail, so we're just going to glaze over the whole thing. Is it still in frame? Yeah. We're going to reserve the darkest for the little crevice between this outline and the pad. I'll do the same right here. And I think we're ready to move on into our next color, which is just going to be our, what is this color called? Clear orange. We are clear orange straight up. Give it the same treatment. I made this a little too thin. Good. It's a little better there. All right, y'all. Let's do the next color. 2 hours in? Holy moly. All right, we're going to pull back out to about right there, maybe. I think that's a good space. I'm going to pick up this old color here so it doesn't pollute the next one too much. Once I start adding liquid to the palette here. So we'll pick that up, and what we're going to do is we're just going to grab our straight clear orange and get a good puddle of it going. And I'm going to put maybe like 2 drops of water directly in it. Actually, we're going to do 1 drop of water, and we're going to do a drop of fluid retarder, which is not where I thought it was. There it is. Redeemed gravy.
And a double helping of
Nathan
gravy.
failed to give 600 biscuit coins to Mako Helios. Feels bad, man. I need to fix those, all those calls for Twitch emojis. Okay, so I think this color is already like thin enough that it should glaze down really well with only those 2 drops. Ah, it's a filthy song. Oh my god, you both. Is it time?
Did you do a workout?
It's time.
I do.
Give me 10.
All right, 10 coming right up. You got it, mister.
Bye, everyone. She can go on forever.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fucking old man noises intensified. I'm giving y'all a good blend of fast and slow ones today.
The cream of the crop.
A little bit of both. That was a fast
that
set.
does it better.
Thank you guys very much. That's 80. 80. Yeah, I gotta fix all those damn responses. All right. So, I think we need to get the camera back out. She wants you to come with her. Where are we going? Would be my response. Ha ha ha. What's so funny? I'm lost. Alright, so we're going to film. Go back to filming. We're still using our 20-0 brush this whole time. 20-0 liner. Get this model in a good position where you guys can see it and the camera can also see it. Actually, I think I'm just going to focus the camera for now. Enough to get our footage. At least. And then I'll go back to focusing on showing y'all the work. But for now, we're just glazing on our clear orange straight up, which has turned out to be a really good color. Thank you for the recommendation, Mr. Nate. Its poor coverage is actually really, really conducive to what we're doing here. It honestly kind of covers like a glaze anyways. I think it'd take 15 layers to get opacity with it. But it would stain the hell out of whatever you put underneath it. Okay. All right, now we're going to work on that top, and we'll go back to working on the hair in a bit. So, camera out of the way, back to work. Guess 8 balls are too many? Yeah, it is too soon. It's a 5-minute cooldown on them. Banana, 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 banana. You know, I think it's funny, like, from listening to the same stream track through the streams now.
You're supposed to be up cooking breakfast or somebody, and so that's like an alarm clock.
Do y'all hear? Can y'all pick out epidemic sound music when you watch YouTube videos? How many times you're watching a video and it's like, oh yeah, I know that from the stream. To me all the time. I can usually tell what creators out there are using epidemic sound. It's good. It's a good selection. They have a decent price too if you pay for it all up front. Like pay for it by the year. And I think you can
But you do work out.
there it is. Alright, 10 more coming right up. Let's set this model down where y'all can see it while I blast out another 10 push-ups.
She can go on forever.
She can go on forever. So can I. Back down on the ground. 1, 2,
one, the number one and the best is the Antichrist. But not God! Not God! Because the Antichrist, it's me!
Parts out of me, dude. Thank you for the push-ups, Mr. Nate. I think it was Nathan. We're up to 90. I went a little slower that time. Engage the core. Woo indeed. I really don't know whether to love or hate Mr. Bub Rub. See, he believes in his whistle tips and his chosen form of expression. But he also thinks that you should be up around breakfast time. And I'm not okay with that. All right, this orange coming along nicely. I think we want a little bit here. So this is kind of forming a little bit of reflected light. I don't want to go too low. I want to preserve that really dark shadow. But I do think we'd have a little bit of reflected light on these cloth folds. And we do want to sell the details to the people. Plus we're going to do, what, 4 more layers of glaze on here? So we kind of want to keep this orange layer big, honestly. This is not as thin as a glaze, though. It's fine. We'll accept it as a more opaque layer and get real into it with the glazing with the next. Because that fire, the orange fire, covers really, really bad. Oh shit! I didn't put any of the mixed orange on the buckles. Let me mix up a little batch of that darker orange real quick. Hit. Luna Crunch Cat. Crunch Cat Luna is on YouTube. If you want more of that crunchy.
Well, butter my business.
She's around. I forgot to put orange on these buckly thingies. Get a layer on them.
You think this is true?
Can't re-roll dice if there's no dice.
Re-roll the dice.
Re-roll the dice. Okay. Epidemic's whole library has a specific flavor texture, same as like 90s Christian rock. Once you learn it's a thing, you can pick it out instantly. It is true. And just like that, me being up 5:30 in the morning is maybe a mortal frenemy of CFM. Yes. Chad is laughing so much. I didn't look at any of it.
Oh, jeez.
I could always pick out the Epidemic sounds even before I knew about Epidemic sound having a sound. I showed my 5-year-old daughter Popcat last night. Know your meme. Teach the classics. Yes. Popcat. Hey, Popcat is an important part of the streams around here, I think. Chat needs the ability to fully hijack the stream. Plus, of course, for those of you who aren't immediately aware, all of those redeems get piped into my ears directly at full volume. Okay, so next up kind of want to put this into a glaze consistency. So for the hair at least. I think what we'll briefly do, I'm going to pull the camera in again. Bam, bam. I do want to film the work on the hair, but what we're going to do here now is we're going to take this full strength.
We're talking about the thugs. T is for terrible. H
H
is
is
for
for
hell.
hell.
U
R
is
is
for
for
ugly.
ugly,
And G is for jail.
jail.
Cause a thug can't spell.
Thugs can't spell, don't you know it?
Baba Bezos needs your money.
Baba Bezos needs your money. Oh, fuck. I have to go across the room for that. Someone give me some push-ups. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Bye, everyone. She can go on forever.
This ad break has been sponsored by Nathan. Boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm back. Skip the ad. Gotta have PopCat money. It is true. Man, you just got horrible luck with the gambles, Mr. Mako. All right. Let me catch my breath from that latest set of push-ups and also mark them down. That's 100, y'all. That's 100 a day. It has just hit me that this, I'm doing this pattern wrong. So we'll see what we can save about it. I think what I'm going to do is go in and reinforce every other one of these things now. So I got to go back in and layer a different cross pattern over top of some of these marks. So I've done this a little wrong. I think it can still be salvaged. We're just gonna have to go a little brighter with the colors. So what I think is gonna happen with it is that first pass we did is gonna be the foundation for the braid. And then this one, this layer that I'm putting down right now is going to be the deepest ones. So when we go back in, we'll just make bigger steps with the color and layer over top of it. Okay, there we go. Good enough. While we're at this color, I think we're going to do another layer on the elbow pads. Boom, pow, chill. This just gets a full ringing of that color. Then we're going to do the same here. They're going to get a full outline around the details, and then like we're going to fill in the lower half of those lowered areas. So we have a little bit of a drop shadow on the top of it. And the same thing here. We're going to trace all the way around. without flooding the crevices. I had a girlfriend try to get me into red green low budget home improvement. Didn't catch my eyes. I am done. You just can't catch a break. Someone, hold on. Here's what we're gonna do, Mr. Mako. We're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix this right now. We're gonna give MAKO underscore Helios. Here, we're gonna give you boom, 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 boom. How about that many? What miniature would you want to have big, like 12-inch tall or so? Any IP. Any IP. Any IP. Really big model. Big, like real big, like a statue. Any IP. That's a tough one. My initial instinct is to say a pinup of some sort, but I don't think those play really well at super big scale. I think they turn into statue and they lose a little bit of what makes them neat. I love painting them up with like the forced shadows. I think I'm firmly in Battletech still. I'm thinking like, that's a tough one. Like a Hussar, I'd love a 12-inch tall Hussar, with like the pilot on the base, with like interior cockpit detailing. I think it'd be really good. You just blew, what was that, 1 million? That's how the cookie crumbles, my guy. Alright, let's continue layering this on. Get a layer of this brighter orange down. My brush is starting to fall apart here. Starting to fray a little bit. Pick up my boo-boo there. Alright, let's get a layer on this thing, and then I'm going to pull back out the camera, and we're going to start another round of glazing on the hair. Get rid of the little mistakes. There we go. This layer doesn't have to be perfect, because we're going to come back in and reinforce it with later layers, so we're not too worried. We're gonna trace the shape here on her elbow pad, and then we're gonna put this color in the lower bit of these. I don't know what you'd call it, like a double stripe detail, like that. That way there's a bit of a drop shadow onto it, and then the highlight hits lower down. I think we actually want another pass right here. I should have done anti-aliasing on this print, but I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I also realized I did not paint these little diamond dealies, so we're going to do some of that right now. We're going to paint the... should have done it the other way. In fact, can I still lift this off? I can. Alright, we're going to paint the top left. It's too wet. It's too wet. The color's bleeding. I'm going to have to let that dry. Spike the like. Yes. YouTube does like that stuff, so as annoying as it gets, yes, liking, commenting, subscribing, all that stuff, it's really good for the algorithm. It helps to push the content to other people, to new people. Yeah, it honestly, if you like YouTube creators, if there's creators you like and you watch them on YouTube and you want to contribute to their success without it being a monetary fashion, like, comment, subscribe. It is extremely important. It is actually, like, it's probably the second most important thing to signal to the algorithm that this is content that people should see. I say second most because the first most important is actually just like viewership in the early hours when content is new. All right, so we're gonna film a little bit of the hair, and then I'm gonna move the model closer so y'all can see it. And we're doing the same thing here as last time, just a little less so. We're making a few more concessions for areas that will get more shadow. Hey Ross, my neighbor's outside. He's shouting up at the meth dealer upstairs. He needs his meth, y'all. He needs his meth so bad. And he shouts up at the guy instead of calling on the phone. Now the thing is, Mr. Ross, meth dealer, lives on one of the floors above me. I think he's actually on the 5th floor. He's in the same apartment on that floor. So the guy, he shows up to buy his drugs from his drug dealer, and he shouts up at him twice a day, every day. Pretty much twice a day, every day. Some days it's once a day, and every now and then he doesn't show up. But he shouts up at the guy, screams from the street, and my window is about 10 feet from the sidewalk. So I hear it every day, and I really want to throw a water balloon at the guy, but I'm afraid that would get me in trouble. So I don't ever do it. I've yelled out the window to share my feelings on how rude it is that he shouts up at the window, and he was not very receptive to that, nor did it slow down the amount of cries up to his dealer. What can you do? Now mind you, this apartment building
Would you do workout?
has a directory at the door. Okay. At the front door, there's a directory.
Bye, everyone. She can go on forever.
Mr. Meth Dealer is in that directory at the front door. So, Hey Ross outside could dial Mr. Ross at the front door, and it would ring his phone directly instead of shouting up from the street. Hello, Mr. Tyler. I have to get up and do push-ups. Welcome. Back down we go. Here we go. Are we gonna go fast? We're gonna go slow. That thing fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I like the fast ones. I like the fast ones because they give some of that like explosive energy. They get me a little out of breath. They engage a tiny bit of that cardio. But I also like the slow ones because they engage the core. Driving to Shreveport. Tyler's on a sex mission. He needs fried shrimp for his sex. Wait. What is... I don't understand. How do you incorporate fried shrimp into your sex? Please enlighten me, Mr. Nathan. I don't think it's for the sex directly. Holy fuck. I've gotten so much orange on her face. Dude, it is atrocious. One thing I can say about this fire giant, or fire orange, whatever it's called, or the clear orange, whatever the fuck the color is, it may have really poor coverage, but man, it will stain whatever the fuck you get it on. So you need to be real careful. Let's blaze some more onto the hair. We're going to start breaking our hair areas into smaller clumps now. Again, try not to pool too much in the crevices. Shrimply, spicely fried shrimp. Going to a baseball game. I do like that orange. You use them at baseball games. Having shrimp sex is a baseball game. It is shrimp sex when you're like, you're hunched over like you would be at the painting desk, and you're somehow doing thrusting while in that like C curve position. I'm thinking about like the position my lower back is in right now and how difficult it would be to actually do any thrusting. I think it's possible, but I also think your partner would have to be doing all the work. Like 100% of it. But that's not shrimp sex, right? That's just like shrimp shaped sex. Alright, so lady here is getting... We'll do a full pass of glazing here. I don't think we need to define this shadow area yet, or this hair separation yet. I'm just gonna glaze on that orange. Shoom. Krillin, why are you spilling? Gross. You're just boning shrimps. It's things the bees like. Wait. You mean like exclamation point bee? Mr. Tyler, if you're here, I don't know if you've been around for it, but I'd like to know, and I'm sure chat would probably agree, what are your thoughts on colon bees? Tyler is the po' boy? No, he's a rich man. He's a multi-billionaire. But I do need to know how you feel about colon bees. Very important. All right, we're going to create a little definition between the layers here. Start to really emphasize that one of these passes over. This section right here, we have a little bit of definition between the pleats, or between the strands that make up the pleat, but we're not ready for that yet, so we're just gonna glaze that up with a really heavy-handed approach there. Boom, that one too. All right, next we're gonna come over here. I think we can maybe start to define that little line of hair right there on this one. Just having to make decisions about our art. Okay. I think we've just about made it all the way around with this color. Just about. This song gives me real Robotron vibes. Y'all remember that game? One thing we've never stopped to consider: how do colon bees feel about you? I almost feel like that's a matter of like colon health and diet. That you'll find out how they feel eventually. Oh, that's true, because you joined the collective. Yes. I also want to point out to y'all, we're going on almost 3 hours of glazing orange at this point. So just to, you know, really kind of hammer home to y'all what goes into painting pinup models. Consider that. We're what? This is 11 hours now into this model, I think. Miles says, I only got the chance to try Bojangles once and I don't really remember much about it. I don't have one where I'm at. That's kind of my like impression about it. It's in my mind at least, it's kind of like not super memorable. They do a thing. They do what they promise, but they do the thing. It's like I'm reminded about the whole, you know, every time you do a Discord call and you leave the call, it's like, tell us how we did. And like anything less than a 5-star glowing review is considered bad. I think businesses have kind of lost touch with the idea that you don't need a dang 5-star review every time you do your job, you know? And I think Bojangles does what they do. They do what they promise. Now, I have had Popeyes as well. And it was before I was a vegan, and I was very unimpressed with the portioning of their food, but their fries were really good. All right, so I think that's all of our clear orange now. We can work into the next layers. Honestly, this is all a little dark. We need to bring it up quite a bit brighter to get the feel of our model proper. So yeah. That's why you get half-ass middling games scoring 9. Yeah, exactly. Popeye's spicy chicken tenders are great, but that's about it. Interesting. Look at game rules. 8 out of 10 is trash. Yeah, exactly. I meant to ask chicken or burger. Chicken or burger? Chicken or burger? Ooh, even as a vegan, that's a tough one. Plant-based meat alternatives. Plant-based burger alternatives are fucking amazing. They're really good. You can get a good greasy spoon, like proper, like little diner style burger, and they're fabulous. Beyond Meat's really good. Impossible's okay. I like Beyond better. Gardine's burgers are really good as well. Plus a black bean burger. If you ain't had one, I suggest trying it. They're really good. But chicken, the fake chicken, so the thing about that is it's a textural experience. Gardein is probably the best one for that. It doesn't really taste like anything, unfortunately. It's a very neutral flavor, but they have the texture of poultry perfect. So if you have a nice sauce on your fake chicken sandwich with the patty on it, man, if you're going like a Nashville hot style spicy sandwich or like a honey mustard on it, whew, it's incredible. Bacon, yeah, bacon and a fake burger. I'd go Gardein for the chicken, and then Beyond for the beef. They're really good. Really, really good. Even their like chicken tendies are really good. Chicken butt burger helps feed the bees. Chickens don't have butts.
Yeah. But you do work out.
I do.
Do I work out?
Okay.
I'll give you 10. Give me a second.
Bye, everyone. She can go on forever.
Back down we go. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10. That's 10 more. I'm going to fill my coffee real quick. Cup of coffee. All right, y'all, that's 120 today. Thank you so much for the reps. My arms are feeling pretty good.
Timberwolf? No, man.
Cauliflower chicken bites are actually
That's
solid.
just
It's
cheating.
not chicken, but
I
it
don't
delivers
wanna
on the
lose my
fried food
friends,
vibe
man.
better than the fake chicken fried bits. Nice. I love cauliflower. Of course, I don't know, I find it hard to wrap my mind around like doing cauliflower as something else. I saw this recipe once for basically roasted cauliflower steaks that were really good. You take the whole head of cauliflower and you slice it into like 1 inch thick, like cross section, and you encrust it with a bunch of herbs and breadcrumbs and you fucking bake it. Oh man, it's so good. Yeah, I like cauliflower. I'm on board with some cauliflower. Cheese smothered? Yeah, I'll stand by that. Plus, if you're making like a cheese sauce, you can do the faux cheese and have it taste like cheese. You make it out of like onions and taters and potatoes. Onions, taters, and carrots, and you like blend it real smooth, and you mix in, I think it was tapioca starch, a little bit of that, and then you toss in like garlic and salt and pepper and nutritional yeast, and it gets this. It turns this like creamy cheese-like consistency, and all those vegetables give it like some substance as a carrier for that funky foot flavor that comes in with the nutritional yeast. It's really good. And you put that over cauliflower, you'd never know. You'd never know. If you like cheap, like yellow cheese sauce, it hits the same notes. Okay, so next up, we want some of our fire orange. I think this color is. We'll do like 3, 4, 5 big old blobbies of it. And then we're going to take some of our clear orange here, and we're going to make like a darkened down version of this. Just pick up all that paint that was left over. Try to get a nice 50-50 of it. I almost feel like we have 1, 2, 3 colors here. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm going to kind of roll with that, honestly. And we're going to hit them with water each. I'm going to plop a drop there and a drop there. Push this down into a glaze consistency. And we're going to do the same right here. Boom. Lovely work. I like the alternatives better than not meat in general. I like the garden burger black bean patties with the aforementioned breaded cauliflower. Yeah, it's really good stuff. I'm mostly in agreement, but Beyond Meat is doing something special. It's really good, and sometimes like I really struggle with like the savory, like greasy spoon, like fat bomb favorites of a meat, of a once I was a meat eater diet, you know. And I love that the alternatives exist. I'm not saying that like I subsist on these things, because actually most of the time, if I'm not eating garbage, I'm doing cooking with like a whole bunch of vegetables and stuff. But to have access to the like good old classic American grill out style burger or hot dog or bratwurst or like fucking chicken nuggets, it's magical. And I think that it's pretty common in folks when you talk to meat eaters about going vegan, like they think about those alternative products more so than the veggies, of course. But those alternatives have gotten really good. I think that the fake meat products are like a foot in the door, but like if you really want to know what good plant-based cooking's all about, let me cook my spaghetti for you, dude. I do a pan-fried spaghetti. Oh man, it's to die for. Really, really good. Kind of become a staple of my... occasionally do these hangouts with some friends, and I usually do some cooking over there. I make plant-based food for everybody. It's really fun. Really good stuff. Alright, I think that's enough of that first layer there. So, I'm going to set the camera aside. What time is it? 2:55? We're almost 3 hours in. I'm going to try to go to 5 today, I think. Very long stream. But, man, this is taking ages to get done. She's still another, like... it's like another 10 or 12 hours out from being done. It's fine, though. Alright, so color is going to be pretty large areas. We really don't want to leave too much of that previous orange showing. But we do want to try to get really dramatic with our highlights too. I'm going to be real careful about not getting it on the skin. The shit will stain that pale skin like nobody's business. Woof. Man's filthy rich. The Gamble Storm. Shoving white poop into your gob. Yeah. Yeah, tofu's fucking incredible, dude. You never had like a good bowl of mapo tofu? Mapo tofu? Crispy fried bean curd with garlic green beans and julienne carrots, jalapenos. Oh man, it's incredible. I'm gonna do one more pass, I think, here and get a little extra reflected light onto these layers down here. So we're gonna take this color as kind of like an edge highlight right here and right there. Really want to reinforce those folds in the fabric. She's not just booba. She's booba with clothes over top. A little bit here, a little bit there. That color down. So I think what we're working towards here is establishing this as kind of the base tone, if you will, and setting up a foundation for us to get in with the sunny skin tone highlights. I may have overdone it on the layers and probably should have gone less dramatic with the glazed on highlights, but hey, it's coming along, it's looking nice. I'm gonna fucking live it. I bought a bag of Daiya cheese on accident. I'd love to get a report. It's gonna go best in something where it's like fully melted and incorporated. My dog has stolen my pillow. Mine uses a pillow like you're supposed to. I catch him sleeping on the bed like a people. That's funny. I love dogs doing cute things. It's funny. Shredded Mexican blend. I'm thinking quesadillas, maybe pizza. So the pizza, it's good, but like that's somewhere where don't expect a cheese pull. The Daiya doesn't pull, but it does have like a really nice, it's got a really nice meltiness to it. And it's got that funky foot type flavor to it. So it's got a good flavor, but like the best pull that you're gonna get from vegan cheeses are the cashew based ones. And I don't think Daiya is cashew based. I'm pretty sure they're like a tapioca starch. All right, I see that I left out a layer on this shadowed part of the booba. So I'm going to go back and layer with our previous color real quick. Oh shit, I made a fucking mess of that. Good thing all that fur is getting painted a different color first. I need to reinforce this blend here. Okay, and now we can go back to this color. So the problem with this orange fire color is it has a weird look. Like a weird greenish type hue to it if you paint it over other color, like a dark color, without building some intermediary layers first. And I'm getting a little bit of that right here. I almost want to... I'm going to let that kind of cure up and then do another layer over top of it. The fuck is all this noise outside? Is that coming through at all for y'all? It's like a industrial, like hydraulic whirring of some sort. I can't see out this window to check it. This is too bright. I forgot to highlight this stuff down here. I'm gonna go back in and correct it real quick. Moving on up, yeah. Yeah, dude. Nightbot reminding folks that there is merch over on the Threadless store. There are Country Fried Minis t-shirts. And if you want a discount code for those Country Fried Minis Discord, Country Fried Minis t-shirts, come on over to the Country Fried Discord, where I will happily hand out the Friends and Family discount code, and you can order them at cost. I don't actually care about making money over on Threadless. With all these layers, as you can see, you'll lift up previous layers. No. No, I'm being very gentle with my brush. And very gentle with my brush. This one, I did lift up some right there. So I have to, I'm letting that cure before I go back to it. But largely, no. I apply the color and then move on. And because there's enough area for me to move on to, I'm not gonna tear the paint, and by the time I'm on to the next layer, it should be dried out. Should be dried out to at least enough to accept another layer. Okay, so let's zoom in on the belt now. '65-degree angle all the way in. I think what we're doing now is we're going to run across the deeper layers. And it comes from top to bottom. I don't know what's the best way to do this. I think we're just going to do like that, maybe. I don't know if that's bright enough to really make the difference here, but we're gonna try. Unfortunately, this is like glaze consistency, so I'm having to just like puddle it on there. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Get down. That's on the belt buckle. Let's pick up our mistake there. Okay. We're going to let that moisture evaporate before we come back around to it. I think this one here gets some right there. We'll do a little bit right there too. This one's deep enough in the shadow that I'm not really going to get in there. Okay. Can almost reach this one. I think this is a deserving one. Alright. So we're coming into here now. We're just coming in for every other one of these things. And we're coming down. Let's see, which are the brighter ones? I think it's this one here. Like that. Yep. Now these are going to get a second layer of highlighting, is the intention. So they're going to get 2 layers of work. Bam, boom. And then this goes next one over, yeah. Like that. Just trying to keep sense of it is pretty rough. We'll reinforce it a lot with the next layer of highlight. Has any of this been in frame where y'all can see it? I bet it's not. Okay. Now this thing should be dry enough to come back in and give it some love too. I think we're gonna put some right there. That gets a little bit too. Perfect. All right, we'll come back in and we'll hit those with another layer. I'm gonna come in. The hair's looking really good, by the way. Thanks. This layer we're gonna start like defining out the individual strands, and really pushing it into some bright stuff. The stockings read really well on camera. Yeah, the highlight's a little easier to pick out. You can see the kind of green gray quality in real life better than on the camera. Plus, I think the color of my matte is really bad. Eventually, I'm going to get a solid black one, I think. Varnish in between? No varnish at all. Every time I paint missile tips, don't fucking I feel accomplished. Yeah, exactly. I feel that too. Your thumb looks like you goosed a creamsicle. Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? I've been maintaining this pair of gloves through the whole thing too. All right, so let's pull the camera back out. Pull the camera back out. And I think what we're gonna do now, we're gonna work on the hair and film a little bit of it. So like, we're starting to get definition between these little sections. And this layer, we're gonna start reinforcing that definition. So the idea is by the time we get all the way through the palette here, we'll be just picking out edge highlights with this color. I don't even think we're gonna use straight sunny skin tone, honestly. I bet we'll just do a 50-50 of these twos. So we're going this color, that color, these 2 colors, then that color. It's a lot of work. But more layers equals more better. Look, those carrot clips. Ah, yes. It's Harvis, her personal port is Tony Stark's AI assistant. Harvis. No, it's just Jarvis in Phantom Harlock's voice. Those of y'all who know can hear it in your head now. I need to get a sticker from those fellers. Alright, back to filming. Alright, this is more about my camera picking this up than y'all getting to see it. And make sure it's focused. Can you hear it? Can you feel it? Can you see it? She can hear it. She can see it. Alright. We're going to work on, I think this is a good shot right here. And then I'll go back to painting normally. I'm going to start defining out the individual strands of hair here for the first time on this big pleat. Alright, that's enough. We'll work on the next one. There's the butthole again. Ah, yes. I'm also going to do an experiment. I'm going to rapidly flip between like and dislike until I get bored with pushing the buttons. I think it takes 24 hours to process the analytics, to be honest. Do we get a guest palette today? No, not today. We get a guest palette when we go to glue things.
But you do work out.
Do I work out?
Okay.
I do work out. Yes, sir. 10 more coming right up, Mr. Slink.
Bye, everyone. She can go on forever.
Bye, everyone. Back down we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're starting to destroy my lower back. Tell you, it's what is that? That's 130.
And a double helping of gravy.
Ah, yes. Chat died. When we bring it back. Whoa, will it actually let you do that many? Holy shit. That's a lot. That's a huge duel. Good luck. I need to see. Slink won the you know what they say, the rich get richer. Grizzly, I think the slots may be arbitrarily limited to that 100,000 number. I tried to make it higher, but it wouldn't let me. Nightbot's popcatting. I want a popcat. I want to popcat. You know, there's no cooldown on popcat. Just so y'all are aware. If you really wanted to spam fire something, you could popcat a whole stream. There's also no cooldown on Rich. It does cost 10 million every time you do it, though. It's really just PopCat Plus, of course. Alright, so now we're starting to... This is less of a glaze effort now, and more of a just straight, like, traditional highlighting method now. It's still like a very light color with bad coverage, and we're still concentrating it in lower areas, but we're now trying to be cognizant of where our highlights are going and applying them a little stronger than previous layers. Defining some of the hair details. Like here, there's these really soft separations. I don't think we're worried about that yet, but we will be very soon. But here, we're going to come up with this tone and create a little definition right there. Y'all probably can't see that worth a damn, but it is what it is. Even like fully zoomed in. I should maybe just have this zoomed in at this point, right? We're doing small details. Let's do that. Pal, let's come in 65-degree angle, zoom it all the way in, and I'll figure out where we're working. I can work here. So we're coming in and we're just like picking out these strands of hair from the larger pleat sections. We screwed up there a little bit, so we'll lift off our boo-boo. About here. Got some in the crack. I'm gonna get rid of that. I wonder how long it would take to play through all those Redeem Rich if I use up 1.1 trillion. How far are you coming down? 10 million, so 10 times is 100 million. 100 times is a billion. 1,000 times is 10 billion. 10,000 times is 100 billion. 100,000 times 7 seconds. Let's do the fucking math. So 700,000 seconds. I think it's 7 seconds. Let's put 60 into that. All right. Boom. Boom. Fucking math, dude. 120 is times 2, so 6, right? Will give us 360. 360, so 40, so 6 and 40.
Yeah. But you do work out.
So
give me 10.
Okay.
I'll get there. You'll get it in a second. I'm doing math. All right, so 11,667 minutes. And we can put 60 in that again. So, right, 60, and that's 56, so 566. 60 go into 500? No, 60 goes into 600 times 10, so 9 would give us 540. 19, 540. That gives us 20, remainder 267. That's 194 hours. 194 hours. What's that in days? Let's just do it. 24 into, 24 into that. Bam. I'm just gonna have to. 4 of that is 96. 4 of that's 96. 8 of that is carry the 192. 4 days. 4 uninterrupted 24-hour days of streaming it constantly. It really kind of puts into perspective what 1 trillion to 10 million is. Dual odds are horrible. It's just like 50. Yeah, 195 hours. It's absurd. It's an absurd amount. All right, I owe you push-ups. I'm gonna go do those real quick. Yeah, that's over a week of constant play at 10 million points per play every 7 seconds. Okay. Starting to falter. I'm starting to falter in the arm department. What are we working on? We're working on hair. Right? Currently? I think that's correct. Just gonna come in and try to keep this where y'all can see. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start creating definition now between all these little strandlets. And then as this color goes up, as we get into the top, we're gonna remove most of it from a bush and we're gonna feather it out. It's like 140 today? Yeah, that's 140 today so far. Days not yeah, it's bonkers. It's an absolutely insane amount. And I think it really calls to attention why the payout system for Gamble got changed. And I think it's really funny, Slink, that like I could at any minute, I could strip everyone's biscuit coins and we could all start over, but I think it's kind of funny that you're just like sitting on this hoard of these biscuit coins. It's kind of awesome. Also, did I see correctly that you had the top watch time? And it makes sense to me that the bot would see that because with your gambling, it has you registered as like the most active participant. Yeah, you did break it. You did break it entirely. It is true. I'm okay with it. I like that you can come in here and you can drop the redeem rich and it makes literally no difference to your pile. I think it's really funny. It really calls into view like the idea of like macroeconomic scale numbers. You could casually throw out 10 million biscuit coins in the same way an average consumer could casually throw out a penny. Less even. It's not even a penny. It's like 10 for a penny. I think it's even worse than that, right? This is a little too bright here. I'm going to try to feather this edge this down. I think that needs to be the last highlight on that piece. We're going to come in and we're going to really start reinforcing these strands. Try to do it without making a mess, of course. Especially given that this color, I think I mentioned earlier, despite it having a propensity for poor coverage, it will still stain the shit out of whatever you get it on. So you want to be really, really careful about that. Be kind of precise about your application. And I'm trying to keep this in frame for y'all. It's such a small area. It's like, how big? That's like a 2-inch window area. 2-inch by, where are we at? 2-inch by about 4-inch area on my mat I need to keep this inside of. My gambles barely dent me, and those are $1 billion, but hitting the 99 or 100 gives me 25 billion. Yeah, that's the thing about the gamble, is it's still like the payout rate is really nerfed, but the jackpot payout is still stupid high. So if you have the biscuit coins to pump in and hit for those 99s and 100s, you'll very quickly bloat into basically infinite biscuit wealth. I should not have pushed this color all the way up here. That looks bad. I think we actually need to go back to our base tone and bring that way back down. There we go. I'm gonna redeem a Popcat. Redeem Popcat. I can feel, y'all, that my mind is starting to try and wander. So I'm gonna try and stay on topic. Maybe go through one more layer. But I may need to call the stream soonish. Just due to my inability to focus. I think my manic hyper focus for this project is all but spent at this moment. And then I think Monday we'll do the next paint stream. There'll be the 100th paint stream. We'll be painting on a Catalyst Assassin. We're going to be painting it in, I think it's 2nd Canopian Light Horse. We're talking about doing camo, simple camo paint up. We'll go for 4 or 5 hours, try to get it done in one session, and then try to fast track edit the video down about it. Video production has kind of been on hold because I'm working on I'm supposed to be working on a project with a collaborator for an assassin paint up. And I need to coordinate with them this week. Yeah, so I think that's about where I sit, honestly, for this model. Grasshopper's a great mech. Yeah, I agree. Grasshopper. It's not a grasshopper, though. It's an assassin. It's not a grasshopper. Okay. Yeah, I think that's about it, man. I think that's about it for today, y'all. I do have more layers. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 more layers to do of this, and it's taken us 3.5 hours to get to this point. So I probably have another like 3 hours. But I want some lunch. I I think that's where I'm at. I think that's where we're gonna call it. I might do a little painting on this before the next stream of her, but we'll be diving back in on this model on Wednesday of next week. If y'all want to see more Squirrel Girl, this is slow going, and my mind is all over the place with racing thoughts. So I think instead of trying to push it, I'm gonna get some lunch and we'll hang out in the Discord if any of y'all want to chat. I'm gonna hunt for more STL for a grasshopper. There's not too many good ones out there, unfortunately. But this has been fun. I'm having a blast painting this, even if it's hard to focus at times. But with that, I'm going to sign off for the day. 3.5 hours. I think it's fine. That's enough. And I will catch y'all for the next one. Next paint stream on Monday. Painting the Assassin. We'll be doing, it's the 100th paint stream, so stop through and come in and torment me. We'll try something special. It'll probably just be more painting, though, honestly. In any case, I've been Cameron on behalf of Country Fried Minis. This is the Bullshit Corner 2.0, and this is a Marvel Rivals Squirrel Girl. And I was just going to ask for that last set of push-ups. I will do them. I always do those last ones. Make no mistake about it. Even when I'm signing off. I'm going to give us 150 today. I'm feeling pretty good. And I think it's time for some fucking lunch, man. I'm crashing out. I need to boost the blood sugar. So a huge and hearty thanks to all of y'all who have stopped through and sat through and watched what's going on here. Dude, it means the world to me that y'all come and watch this nonsense, and I try to keep it entertaining and informative, and there will be more videos soon. In the meantime, if you want to get in on silly shenanigans and hangouts, make sure to join up on the Discord, especially if you're catching this via the algorithm after the fact. If you did catch this and watched it through from watching it via the algorithm, toss a comment down below and let me know. I want to know. Plus, YouTube likes it when folks comment and like and share and all that stuff. Finally, if you like the content here and you want to support me financially to make all this viable, consider joining up as a member on the channel for as little as $1 a month. You have access to a fun little badge next to your name, biscuit-based emojis, and some other occasional exclusive things. And then, of course, the Patreon is open, and that is the best bang for your buck to keep the lights on here. That's all I got, though. And I'll see y'all Monday. Probably not before then. Maybe we might do another stream this weekend, but definitely Monday. Alrighty, y'all. Catch you later. Goodbye. Those push-ups are coming up as well, Mr. Nate. I'm not gonna cheat you on those. That'll give us 150 today. Thank y'all so much. My arms are getting big thanks to y'all. In fact, I'll do them right now.